Hadzibegovic and Zahory will jump us off. Not the greatest of tips, but Manchester get the first possession of the night. Here is Mackay Ashton Langford. Looks for Zahory inside. Zahory drives. And he gets blocked by Stuckman. And here is Peterson. Good defence from the Lions.
Yeah, fantastic defence. Really smothered Zahory.
Great noise inside the copper box here tonight. Here is Rai. Kicks it out. Peterson at the top, 3. That's no good. And Hadzibegovic can't tip it in, and it's rebounded by Kayo. Here's Ashton Langford. Risky pass, but it made it, and the finish inside from Irving.
Yeah, it had nothing on there. It's like it went backwards, but somehow it gets to Manchester to get the first bucket of the game.
Had a solid first quarter performance against Bristol on Friday night, did Irving. 3-pointer on the way down from Tanner Stuckman.
Wow, lovely job from Stuckman, and quick trigger as well. The defense running out in his face.
Hadzibegovic deflects it out of bounds, and Manchester will keep it. A lot of time on the shot clock, less than 2 minutes played in the first. You see the replay there of Stuckman's 3. Here is Irving for Manchester. DJ Mitchell at the top of 3. That's off the back iron, and it's rebounded by Goodman. What an opportunity for him tonight.
Yeah, he's definitely got more and more minutes, obviously with injuries, but he does come off the bench and contribute, so he's got the confidence from Coach Bozic this evening.
Here is Goodwin. No hesitation, 3. That's long, and it's rebounded by Zahory. Goodwin fouls Ashton Langford, but great confidence for the 19-year-old to just, no hesitation, just let that go.
Yeah, and as he should, you know, it's the right shot in the offense. You've got to shoot that, and then this foul here, slow the transition down.
3-2 in favour of the Lions to start. Ashton Langford putting the moves on Goodwin. Goes inside, dances, reverses it in.
Dances indeed, that's pretty. That reverse layup just helps him one finish, but no defender can come and block that shot.
Goodwin, pressured by Mitchell. Inside, beautiful pass and the finish from Stuckman.
Yeah, Stuckman now playing some really good basketball.
And at the other end, Irving with the finish, a nice feed from Kayo.
Yeah, and Coach Bozic is not going to be happy with that. They score on the one end and then can't transition defense down the other.
Here is Peterson. Pass deflected, still finds Hadzibegovic, who can't finish. Irving with the rebound. DJ Mitchell inside. Irving kicks it out to Kayo. Mitchell, a 3 from the wing.
That looked good from this angle, didn't it? It came off his hands so beautifully. Beautiful rotation in the air. Nothing but net.
DJ Mitchell off the mark tonight. And it's 9-5 in favour of the visitors. As we come up to 4 minutes played in the first period. Here is Peterson putting the moves on Ashton Langford. Shot clock is winding down. Puts it up. Doesn't get that friendly roll. Zahory with the rebound. Good defence from Manchester. Zahory finds the line. It's blocked by Hadzibegovic. Wow.
Good timing.
And at the other end, Hadzibegovic with the finish.
Outstanding work from the big fella, from defense to offense, running the floor. Wonderful job from him.
Zahory on the spin, a little bit off balance, but gets it to go off the window.
Yeah, way to stick with it.
First field goal for Jonas Zahory tonight. Hadzibegovic off the feed from Roy, loses the ball, still has it. 7 to shoot for London. Peterson, they've got to dance here, the Lions. And Rye under the basket.
Really good teamwork. Makes the dream work. Sharing's caring. And made the defense shift. And then lost Aaron Rye under the basket.
Ashton Langford given all the time in the world a three.
Outstanding. And of course, when he has his feet set like that, the defense lost him. And he just let it fly. Good decision from him.
Manchester 2 of 3 from downtown to start as we pass the halfway point of the first 10 minutes. Peterson. Shot clock in single figures for the Lions. Goodwin off balance. That's no good, and it's rebounded by Ashton Langford, and he's fouled by Goodwin. 2 quick fouls on Matthew Goodwin.
Yeah, and they're gonna definitely sub him out. Holloway will get him. And then Delay into the game. This is the block. That's pretty, isn't it? The great timing. Volleyballs it down. And then a good idea for him to run the floor. That's where he's been successful this season.
Such a versatile big, isn't he, Hadzabegovic, has dealt Pesh into the game for the first time. Misses the 2. Here is Rye. Full head of steam. Aaron Rye to the hoop.
And a wonderful job. And what he does so well is he gets his eyes and his head up on the rim early as he steals the ball here.
And here is Rye. London to counter. Stuckman couldn't get the ball. It was deflected out of bounds by Nathan Kyo.
So, just what I was talking about, when I coach my kids, I know it sounds silly, but a lot of people shoot and look how his eyes are up early on that drive, where people or different players shoot and look at the same time, where when you get your eyes on the rim as there's a foul being called, when you get your eyes up first, then shoot, you usually find that it goes in more. There you go.
There you go. Coach Azonia has spoken.
Yeah. Everyone says I should be a coach, but I just do a little mentoring and coaching
Holloway.
with the kids.
Here is Holloway. And that will go out of bounds. He was dicing with it a little bit there and unfortunately stepped out of bounds. So Manchester will get the ball back. First turnover of the contest for the Lions. Cody John into the game, misses the 2, and Peterson has it. Here is to Holloway. Of course, had that 19-point game against Leicester on Friday, but turnover again for Lions. 2 quick turnovers in less than a minute. Here is John. Kai Ashton Langford putting the moves on Holloway. Gets inside and a foul called. That'll count as well. Continuation of play. So Mackay Ashton Langford will go to the line for a three-point play opportunity.
Well, this is why we picked him at the start of the game. Here he is. Just kind of chicken wings Holloway off of him. And they give him the and one.
Also as well, with 3:25 remaining of the first, Lions with 3 team fouls, and this is a shortened roster tonight as Ashton Langford makes the resulting free throw, and Manchester up by 6. Holloway. Rye on the spin, goes glass, beautiful finish.
Golly, that's elite. Should change and double clutch in the air to let the defense go by. Outstanding work. 14 points, 8 boards on Friday against Leicester. So far has 6 as Kaya responds from the corner pocket. And Aaron Rye upset with the rotation on the defensive end. But London Lions need to get their rotation on the defense. Holloway, that's short from the corner, and Ashton Langford with his second board. 2:30 remaining in the first. Kaya inside, Stuckman with the foul. Somebody like that to change. Why aren't you bringing your best? But obviously he's getting the best out of these guys, and and in a really good space where this year, the league is so up and down and anyone can win. We've just seen London Lions lose to the Riders. I've been with Cheshire and they had Surrey 3 games in a row, and then they beat them twice and then they lose. So it's really a fun part where we are in the season.
Here is Rock, kicks it out, Jaden Dallaire, a 3, money.
Yeah, money in the bank, and that is definitely a lovely decision from him. Defense's hands are down, shoots it in ribbon.
2 of 5 from downtown in the first period thus far for the Lions. Cody John, corner pocket, goes for 3, nails it.
And Cody John has been really efficient for Manchester Basketball coming off the bench.
Hadzabegovic sees the lane and exploits it and a foul.
And that's where also Hadzabegovic has been incredible this year. Not only it comes with his height of 6'10", but he's able to put the ball on the floor and use his speed.
So Kieran Sandy coming in, as is Aaron Badebo as well for the first time. A good chance for Aaron Badebo, a guard out of New City College in Hackney. Here is Kayo, steps into a 3 and he puts it in. Manchester really feeling it from downtown.
And that's back-to-back threes now. Cody John hit one, now Kayo. London Lions have got to run them off the line.
As Holloway gets fouled, and Manchester now 5 of 6 from beyond the arc and leading by 9.
And this is the bump and the drive, but I felt I didn't get to watch all of London Lions versus Riders game that they lost in, but I felt like they started slow in the first quarter. They did. They lost that quarter, and I feel like this is happening again, where teams are coming out ready. When you're at the top of the league, you've got this big bullseye target on your back. Everyone comes and plays. You know, it's a fantastic environment here in the Copper Box. Everyone gives you your best shot, and that was the case at Leicester, and now again here this evening.
Well, London didn't score for the first 4 minutes and 20 seconds in the East Midlands on Friday, losing that one, of course, 80-71. There's a turnover there as Mackay Ashton-Langford loses the handle. And here is Holloway as we enter the final minute of the first period at the Copper Box. Dallaire inside, misses on the follow was Hadzabegovic.
Good job from Hadzabegovic. Backing up Dallaire.
Ashton-Langford in a bit of trouble here. Holloway with good defense. What a pass out. Kyle, a 3. Another no. It's rebounded this time by Badebo. Holloway. Dallaire along the baseline. And he is fouled, and gingerly, in fact, he's still not gotten up, but gingerly makes his way up to his feet. That's a worrying sign for London. He was holding his back there a little bit.
He got pushed into the LED lights.
And the substitution going to come in a minute for Manchester, as that ball is deflected back out of bounds. And now the substitution will come in as Kyle Carey sees his first action here tonight. Mackay Ashton-Langford takes a seat. 23.5 seconds remaining. Manchester, who led by as many as 9 points, lead 27-22. Hadzabegovic is fouled again.
Over the limit. 2 shots here.
Hadzabegovic leading the way for the Lions alongside Aaron Rye with 6 points. And Alan Hadzabegovic, a combined 4 of 11 from the free throw line against Manchester this season. Make that 4 of 12.
It's his Achilles heel. He shoots a better 3-point percentage than he does his free throw. I don't know what it is. He's got a mental block on this free throw.
But that speaks volumes about his versatility, doesn't it? As he misses the second free throw. He, as you said, a player who can put it on the floor and dominate inside.
And shoots the three well. And then gets to the free throw line and freaks out. And maybe I need a little lesson with it, one-on-one. As I'm the coach now.
Coach Azania on the case. Final seconds of the first. John misses everything with that floater, and I think a whistle actually went. No, it didn't. I thought it did. I think Gavin Williams and Tahir Akbar are just going to have a chat. There was.
And there's 2 shots.
Yeah. So Aaron Badibo, who got his first career field goal against Caledonia in February, has his chance to get his first score here tonight. And Julie makes that free throw. He'll get another one.
We need to... Okay. What's on the clock? The clock says 1 minute 59, but that's not the right time.
I'm pretty sure there should be... Yeah, I don't think there's any time on the clock. I think we're just going to double check, or the referees are just going to double check. As Aaron Badibo, as mentioned, a product of New City College out of Hackney, a local boy. And the referees are just double checking, and there's a second been put on the first quarter game clock. A good job from London, who with 3:27 remaining were on 3 team fouls, only 1 foul in that period since, and that's very disciplined, isn't it?
Very disciplined, and then even see the clock.
So
that should be it.
Period. Here come the Lions with Peterson. They've done a good job of reducing the deficit. They trailed by as many as 9. Here is Sandy, kicks it out Holloway, met by Kyle Carey. Shot clock at 7. Peterson gets it stripped by Ian DeBose into the game for the first time, and returning from his minor injury that kept him out on Friday. Here is Mitchell. To DeBose, back to Mitchell. Good passing from Manchester, but the finish is wanting. Here is Peterson. Inside, no. Tipped and taken out, and here come Manchester again. DeBose. John thought about the 3. Mitchell, hounded by Dallaire. Here is Mitchell over Hadzabegovic. Good defense from Hadzabegovic, but an offensive board for Manchester. And Kyle Carey looks to bank in a 3, and a foul. I think that's a pushing foul from Jonas Zahora. Well, in fact, no, it's on Kieran Sandy, excuse me.
Sandy, yeah. I think he just kind of wrapped him up as they boxed out each other. So ball stays here, new 14-second shot clock. Wow.
And yeah, Carey. Peterson did meet him eventually. Here is DeBose. DeBose to the hoop, no. And that will count. Offensive, well, it was a bit of a goaltend there.
Did you see Manchester's out of bounds play? Carey started from the halfway and sprinted all the way in.
As you see there, the interference as Sandy smacks the backboard.
A little full-court press from Manchester.
And we've seen this a few times from Mandalay in his time, and a lot of focus for Manchester since he's come in has been on defence.
Well, I think that was one thing they needed to clean up, you know. They know they can score, they can do it in multiple ways. And obviously FJ not in the game, but he's able to rock the rim and get some good rolling to the basket. Can shoot the ball, as you can see. So it was really just their defense that needed to sharpen up, and that it has.
Here is Peterson. He is met by John, gets over the timeline. Peterson looks for Dallaire. Dallaire fakes. Goes inside. Great footwork from Dallaire, but short with the two. Here is John. John over Dallaire, gets it to go. That's brilliantly done.
Yeah, and a nice drive down the middle. Anytime you can get through the middle of the key, something good comes from it.
Manchester's lead is at 8. Holloway at 3. And that's long. And Jonas Zohori with the rebound.
I kind of wish Holloway found Dallaire rolling.
John inside.
John in a little flurry of offense of his own right now.
Beautiful hang time there to get that layup to fall. And it's a double-digit lead, first of the game, and it goes to Manchester. Sandy sees a bit of daylight inside, gets it to go, and one bumps into Zohori and makes it count.
Yeah, and he's upset about that foul, saying that he moved out the way, but good job from Sandy to create the contact. Here it is. That little head fake just gets the defense up in the air and right back into the game. Holloway will take a seat.
Sandy with his first field goal here tonight, as you say. Aaron Rye inserted back in.
I was saying before, they could really kind of utilize Dallaire's height and mismatch down low. They had the pick and roll with him. Obviously, he can stretch the floor, but get the ball to him in different ways.
As the other end is DJ Mitchell puts in a 3. And a timeout got in the locker here at the moment, because right now, even though they're shooting 52%, they are trailing by 10 points. Manchester shooting 58% conversely. Here is Peterson for the Lions. Sandy. Rye. Shot clock now in single figures for the hosts. Peterson. Shot clock now goes down to 5. It's turned over. Here is John. And he will slow it down. Mitchell, wow. 3. Splash! Oh, DJ Mitchell is feeling it.
Boy, I was going to say that's a heat check. No, he knows exactly what he wanted. Shot it again in rhythm. You've got to run him off the three-point line.
13-point lead for Manchester. Blocked by Zohori off the layup attempt from Hadzibegovic.
Gonna call it.
And they've called it a foul, a late whistle.
The patient whistle. That's the name of it. And that's his second foul. Oh, his second foul. So it'll be interesting to see, with no FJR, you can bring in Del Petch, which he will.
And Stuckman comes in for the Lions as Jaden Dallaire takes a rest, and Jonas Zohori, as you mentioned, coming out. Marcus Del Petch is in, and Hadzibegovic back at the foul line for the Lions, who are trailing by 13 with 6:30 remaining here in the half, and Hadzibegovic misses the first.
The thing is, yeah, the technique and the routine is perfect. It's just always short. I've seen him shoot a couple air balls this season, front rims it, and then he gets frustrated on the second one, and then usually back rims it. And we just need to find somewhere in the middle. There it is.
There is
yes.
that middle.
Woo!
He does work on his free throws in the pre-game warm-ups.
Well, you would hope so, right? You're a professional. And he's going to go there, and people are going to foul him now because they know he's a bad free throw shooter. You've got to work on it.
DeBose putting the moves on Sandy. DeBose cups it, doesn't get it to fall. It's rebounded by Hadzibegovic. Here is Peterson. Rye. A lot of time on the shot clock for the Lions. Rye finds Hadzibegovic, and Hadzibegovic is fouled by DeBose.
That's a tough call. I thought with Hadzibegovic bringing the ball down to DeBose's level, he's come in and cut. Obviously, I can't see from this angle, and the referee has a way better look. Let's have a look here. But when you bring the ball down, you let the smaller ones come in and and get you. And so for me, if I'm a post player, which I was, as soon as I catch it, I keep it above my head, and you have that height advantage. And now he's back to the free throw line, so he should have confidence with that last one he's made.
There
it is.
Back-to-back free throws made for Alen Hadzabegovic. 40% from the charity stripe this season. As you mentioned earlier, shoots a better clip from downtown than he does from the stripe.
All right, he's got it. He's got it now. He's got that nice medium that I was asking for.
Coach Z has spoken from the stands. Here is Mitchell to Carey. Ashton Langford. Shot clock at 8. Ashton Langford, Carey puts it up a 3 from the wing. That's off the back iron. DeBose.
Oh, good job from DeBose.
Nearly got the rebound, and it's a foul at the other end as well. We'll see who that foul is on. I think that's on Peterson. It is.
Good job from DeBose. He will hit the bench, but look at him. Here he is, just diving in there. And just that shove in the back. Here's this play again, sorry, where they have a player running from half court in.
Zach Irving checks back in, as Ashton Langford. 6 to shoot for Manchester. Ashton Langford kicks it out. Carey a 3 on the buzzer, no good. Here is Rye. Rye finds Peterson. Sandy, shot clock at 8. Hadzabegovic, the floater. And Carey comes up with it. And London get it back again. Peterson, scrappy sequence. Peterson, the finish.
Yeah, really nice job. Good job from Sandy, not giving up. Comes in, sneaks in from the back and taps the ball out. And a good finish.
Mitchell a 3, long way out. He's fouled by Aaron Rye.
And he's actually hurt himself a little bit. Yeah. This is why the referees are really all over this season, to protect the shooters' landing spaces. He just reties his shoot. As
we see Hadzabegovic and Kieran Sandy coming out, James Dallaire and Aaron Basketb checking in.
It's good that Mitchell's all right. But what's happening on the defensive end from London Lions? They're showing a big show on the defense, then they're rotating back, and the other guy's not coming back to the shooter for Mitchell. And so he's wide open and he's able to shoot. So I think they just need to flat out switch. Have a hand in his face where that rotation between the two defenders isn't happening quick enough.
Manchester now 2 of 5 from the charity stripe. These are actually the 2 worst free throw shooting teams in the league this season. Both shooting under 70% from the stripe. But Manchester hold a 10-point lead with 4:20 remaining in the half. Peterson, Stuckman to Wright. Shot clock at 5. Basketb. Rye, they've got to do something here, London. And a foul is called.
I think that's on Ashton Langford.
It's on Ashton Langford. That's his second foul.
Yeah. So a couple players on 2 fouls now for Manchester. Savoy, Ashford, Langford and Del Pesh all with 2 fouls.
Dallaire inside. Dallaire gets bumped. And another foul as Zach Irving really unhappy with the call. And it will send Dallaire to the foul line.
Let's have a look here. Yeah. And I think just where he's bodied him, he's collapsed a little bit, but he did have his hands up, straight up.
Jane Dallaire makes the first, had a double-double, 10 points, 14 boards when these two teams last met here at the Copper Box in February, and Dallaire a 66% foul shooter for the season.
And to be fair, I think London Lions need to go to it more right now. You know, I do think he's so versatile, able to stretch the floor, but then also that nice little turnaround jump shot and post up.
Has 5 points so far. Mitchell sets himself, puts up a three, is short. As Delpeche looked for the spectacular on the follow. Here is Rye. Inside to Stuckman. Doing the moves, and it's stripped, and away comes Nathan Kayo for Manchester. 2-on-2, and Kayo finishes.
Oh, that's outstanding from Kayo, just pulling his way in.
Dallaire. And Dallaire is fouled by DJ Mitchell, so that'll send Dallaire to the line this time.
And Mitchell's second foul, so that's the fourth player.
And 3:17 remaining, Manchester in the penalty already, so London will get foul shots every time as DJ Mitchell checks out and Cody John comes back in.
Yeah, you can't afford Mitchell to pick up that third before half-time.
As Dallaire returns to the foul line for London, hits the first. 3:17 remaining, and London right now have trailed for the majority of this contest, but have reduced the arrears down to single figures.
2-2 for Dallaire.
Ashton Langford. Here is John. And in silence, a foul has been called again, and both teams, it's been a really scrappy sequence this from both teams, and they're both going to the line quite a bit at the moment.
Yeah. And Dallaire with the fouls. They said he hit him in the face. Let's have a look here. I think as his shot, the hand coming down, is what the referee has called as Cody John hits the first free throw. But you're right, I think it's quite an aggressive game. You know, I think both teams really pounding it, driving to the hoop. It's just falling a little bit better for Manchester right now. And both teams over the limit.
Stu Holloway comes back in, and Badebo's mini cameo comes to a close, but no doubt we'll look to see Aaron Badebo a little bit more as the game goes. Here is Peterson for the Lions.
Oh, they trap him real quick.
Yeah, they trap him. As Peterson in a straitjacket gets it stolen away, and John says thank you very much.
Wow, and look at that. That was sneaky. London wasn't ready for that and just shocked him with a little press.
And now Manchester lead by 12. Rye. 10 to shoot for the Lions. Ball goes out of bounds. Stay with the Lions with 2:30 remaining in the half.
Wow, that quick little trap was so successful that they just snapped that in there. Look at this. Didn't foul either, and sneak a little two-point shot in.
Dallaire. 2 to shoot. They've got to put up something. Peterson launches, and it's off the back iron. Ball batted around. It's a bit of a scrap inside, and Dallaire with the finish.
And good job from Peterson putting it on the rim to give Dallaire an extra possession, and there's going to be a moving foul.
So yeah, Nathan Kayo, the guilty party there, and London will get the ball back.
You know what cracks me up is that every player so far is like, how's that foul? I didn't do that. Everyone's doing the, no, it wasn't me.
That just speaks of the competitive spirit that lives within these two teams,
Nobody
doesn't
ever
it?
really puts their hands up and go, I fouled. That's my fault.
Did you do that in your playing time?
Yeah, I did actually. I was a very honest player. I hated any, you know, I just played up front, didn't lie. There was one time where the ball came off of me and I said, it came off of me, ref. Give it back to them. Can you believe that?
That was when you were up 30, though, really, wasn't it? Here is Holloway. Basketb back into the game for the Lions. Here is Rye. Rye accelerates to the basket.
Yeah. That's great as he lays that one in.
And then will take a seat. 35 seconds remaining here in the half. DeBose, who now joins his Manchester teammates on 2 fouls with that last possession. Kayo goes inside. Now we'll check if that will count. It will count as well. Another later whistle with the continuation. So Manchester will go back to the foul line for a 3-point play opportunity. And Nathan Kayo with the field goal. He moves on to 11, and that's a second foul on Delaire.
Let's see here. I really like Kayo just staying low, aggressive. And just then, yet again, they love that kind of drive through the middle. And that's one, really hard to defend, but two, offensively, if you can get in that sweet spot, it's so nice where you can either shoot or pass it out to a shooter ready.
Kyle Carey coming back in. Kayo will head to the bench, and Tyler Peterson will check in for Aaron Basketb.
Great minutes from Kayo.
Yeah. Of course, recovering, or returning, excuse me, from his mini injury layoff. He returned last week and just settling back into the rotation. Definitely a breakout game for him tonight, as we have around a second
Manchester
differential
again
between shot clock and game clock.
And they trapped again. Too much on Delaire's, that's his third foul, but you see that whole possession, trap. So they throw it in there sporadically, very sneaky. And you seem to have to be ready because you don't know when it's coming.
More substitutions for Manchester as they are rotating frequently, which is the norm that you see when you play against a team that is short-handed. So DJ Mitchell comes back in. Jaden Delaire will head to the line.
Yeah, and Coach Mandalay not happy with Del Pesh, kind of really just laid into him there. And Del Pesh just nodded his head and said, yep, yes, coach, got it.
This will be the 19th and 20th trip to the line for both teams in this first half. Here is Mackay Ashton Langford. Langford dances to the basket, gets it to go! And that'll do it for the first half. What a way to end the second.
Peterson can't get that to fall, left it high on the glass, and look at this skip pass. Mitchell handles it, kicks it out, three-pointer on the way, buries it. Rye will steady things, gives it over to Peterson, who tried to get it to Hadzibegovic. Stop, just leaves it short, but Alan Hadzibegovic does not leave it short.
Well, really puts it on the plate for him, doesn't he?
Back and forth they go. Ashton Langford will slow things down just a little bit. Getting open looks. DeBose with a jab step. He drives, pulls the defense in, and a throwdown from Elijah Aphasia and rocks the rim. Brisker, just too quick, goes past everyone, finds Holloway in the corner, and Holloway lines him a three. Looked like he had it. Aphasia takes it away. Mitchell out and running. He's got space and the throwdown. Donovan Mitchell.
That's fantastic from Manchester.
Delaire, he'll drive the lane with 8 seconds on the clock, has nowhere to go, throws the ball away, ends up in the hands of Brisker, and he kills it with a three.
Yeah, he needed that one.
With a 9-point lead, their biggest lead of the game was 13 points. And here is Zohori. Ashton Langford. Almost stripped by Hadzibegovic, still keeps it alive, but London do get it back. And here is Delaire. There needs to be a bit more urgency with this Lions offense. Peterson, turnaround, money.
Nice. Good decision, defense. Sags off of him, just turns around. Drops it in.
Both teams shooting at a high percentage from the field in this game. Here is Kayo. kicks it out. Irvin, a three. And that's short, and it's rebounded by Peterson. Delaire. Hadzabegovic at the top, looking for Peterson, but still has the ball. Holloway with 10 to shoot. Inside, Peterson, beautiful body control, but misses the shot under the hoop. Mitchell. Then Manchester methodical with their offense. Everyone gets a touch. Kayo putting the moves on Rai. Zohori gets it stripped by Peterson, and away comes Rai. Delaire kicks it out. Rai wide open, a three.
Good offense from LondonLions. Really good job, and it starts from the defensive end.
3 of 8 from downtown London in this one. And a three rattles in from Nathan Kayo at the other end.
Gosh, with Delaire in his face.
Manchester up 7. Let's go Lions is the call from the box that rocks. Here is Rai. Rai inside, and he nearly got the and one as well, but instead will settle for 2 shots.
Still being aggressive, Aaron Wright attacking the rim, and Mandalay just asking, because he did get his arm round Aaron Wright, but Aaron Wright saying, hey, you bodied me up, and that's what he got. So he's at the line for 2.
Another chance for London to narrow the deficit, but Ryan misses the first.
A rare miss from him though.
Yeah.
He's quite a high percentage shooter.
Well, Aaron Rai is a 74% foul shooter for the season, makes the second. Had 13 points, 4 steals last Tuesday against Bristol, followed that with 14 and 8 against Leicester. Good defense from Hadzabegovic, and away come the Lions in transition. Peterson to finish.
Like I said, I needed more energy, and this is it. They've come out in this third quarter, locked and loaded and focused.
Only 8 points in transition for the Lions, who get another turnover. Good spell this from the Lions, and Rai finishes.
Doesn't call a timeout either, surprisingly.
Mandalay opting to keep his players playing. Ashton Langford. Inside, Kayo gets his man jumping for joy. That won't count. A foul was called on the floor.
I like that one. I might have to add that to my commentary. Jumping for joy on the defensive end.
And it's a 1-possession game as well. Quietly has become that as well.
Really quickly.
As Marcus Del Pesh checks back into the game, Jonas Zohora will take a rest. 3 minutes played in the third. Here is Del Pesh. Mitchell, catch and shoot, is long. It's rebounded by Delaire just about.
Let's go Lions.
Here is Rai. Rai. Delaire. Bumps his man. Good defense there from Ashton Langford. 10 to shoot for London. And Delaire puts in a 3.
Yeah. And more Manchester came in this first half playing tough and hard, and this is the style that I like Lions to play at.
Ashton Langford. Mitchell thought about the 3.
Oh, I'm surprised you didn't let that one go.
Delaire with good closeout. Here is Ashton Langford. 10 to shoot. Ashton Langford to the cup. No, it's rebounded by Rai. Rai gallops his way to the basket, nearly lost it, kicks it out. Delaire. Holloway gets the step, blocked by Ashton Langford, who recovers.
Oh, great job from Ashton Langford. Wow, I thought Holloway was all on the way. Here it is, look at this, drives, gets past him with that little heavy, and just puts it on a plate for him to block it out of bounds.
Here is Peterson, 8 to shoot for the Lions. Hadzabegovic got to do something. Turnaround jumper, short, rebounded by Mitchell. Here is Ashton Langford at the top. Stops and doesn't get the pop. Dallaire loses the ball, but is fouled by Nathan Kyle.
Yeah, and that's where Dallaire makes his money, where he's able to shoot the three very well, but kind of fakes, gets it on the floor. Here it is. And there is that big foul from Ashton Langford. Let's just check how many he has.
He has
He's
three fouls.
Yeah.
So he joins Marcus Delpeche on 3 fouls. Plethora of London or Manchester players on 2 fouls at the moment as Dallaire makes his first foul shot. As Dallaire makes the second. As Kieran Sandy checks back in, Jaden Dallaire heads to the bench. Here is Irvin. Ashton Langford is fouled at half court by Hadzabegovic. That's his first foul, yeah.
He can afford that one. And he put his hand up and said, that was me. I did that. That's the first time we've seen that today.
The Azania Stewart honesty box comes out to play as Ashton Langford misses the spin.
Aaron Rye.
And Aaron Rye is now down. Lions up by 3. They trailed by as many as 13 at one point. Peterson, shot clock at 6. Badebo putting the moves on John. Such confidence and puts it in.
Oh, that's a lovely job from the young fella.
Only his second field goal of the season as a London Lion. Mitchell. Dancing inside is Cody John. Doesn't get it to fall. Hadzabegovic rebounds. Badebo. Holloway. Peterson for 3. Doesn't get that corner pocket shot to drop. Ashton Langford. Over halfway played here in the third. Delpeche wasn't expecting the pass, bit of a miscommunication there. And Peterson will slow it. Here is Peterson. Shot clock down to single figures. Badebo. Hadzabegovic can't hang on. Hadzabegovic, well, he was looking for the foul, and it's a shot clock violation has been called, so Manchester will get the ball. He wanted a foul, Hadzabegovic, as well.
I think sometimes when you're trying too hard and you know you're asking for it instead of just shooting it in rhythm is when you do get it. But anyway, Manchester ball.
And Ian DeBoe's back in. And on the ball, here is John. John, a bit of separation, puts out 3.
Yeah, and kisses the sky with that one. And Cody John on 14 now.
Kayo leads all scorers with 17 as well as Holloway goes to the hoop. And Sandy can't get the board. Nathan Kayo has it. John feeling
Same
it.
spot.
In and out though this time. And Kieran Sandy now comes up with it. Kieran Sandy dances to the basket. Can't get the first one to go. Gets to... Well, a foul has been called. Coach Mandalay wants a travelling violation, as do some of the Manchester bench as well.
Well, they've called it on Delpeche, so that would be his 4th foul. So let's have a look here. Here's Sandy. Little hesitation, skip through.
As Tanner Stuckman checks back in, Aaron Badebo comes out. And Aaron Rye, good to see Aaron Rye come back. He'll
that's
check
great
in.
news.
Yeah, he'll check in for Hadzabegovic. And here he is on the ball. The floater is good. What a way to come back.
Well, looks perfectly fine.
Maybe a new sense of urgency within Aaron Wright.
Well, that's 20 points for him also. Sorry, go ahead.
Here is Mitchell going to the basket, and an offensive foul has been called.
And Mitchell, that will be his...
That's Zahory. That's his third foul.
Excuse me. I thought it was Mitchell's. Let's have a look here. That kind of reverse screen.
So a fourth team fouls now for Manchester. Zahory on 3 fouls. Del Pesce on 4. So Manchester flirting here in the third quarter with 2:33 remaining. Here is Rye. And an offensive foul has been called at the other end. And that's on Tanner Stuckman. So that's 2 fouls on Stuckman.
Well, both teams, I think, just need to adjust to the refereeing and the style that's happening.
Here is DeBose driving at Sandy, and Sandy now is penalised, and that'll be his second foul.
Got to get the hands out, just got to use the body, move the feet.
So Aaron Badebo, his time on the bench is short. He's going to check in. Peterson will come out. And Kyle Carey will check in for Manchester. Nathan Kyo will take a seat. And Ian DeBose, who missed the game against Bristol on Friday, joins the club in December, made his debut for Surrey when they were 0-4, and has been part of that Manchester revolution as a player, hasn't he?
Indeed, and I really love that for him, where he's able to make that transition and from Caledonia.
Absolutely,
make that transition from Caledonia and slotted right into Manchester. Had struggled the boss with a couple of injuries this season, but glad to see that he's well and able to be efficient.
Averaged 14 points last time out for Caledonia, now repping MCR as Rye high off the window is too strong, and DeBose gets the rebound, and now in transition Mitchell can't get that to fall. Here is Holloway, 4-point game, 1:46 remaining here in the third period. Holloway putting the moves on Zahory, a bit of a mismatch there. Rye. Shot clock is at 6. Holloway got to put something up, and that's that crafty veteranship there. Knew what he was doing exactly.
Exactly that, and that's how you get the foul. That's how you do it, darling. Where he's able to just put that hesitation. John knows that he has to score it. Look at this little slight second, and the defense, undisciplined, puts their hand in the cookie jar, and he's going to the line for 2. Can potentially put London Lions up 6 here.
And that just typifies the third quarter that London have had. Everything has gone their way, and to Holloway, of course, seeing more minutes tonight in the absence of Michael Brisker, a veteran out of Xavier. And as we said at the top of the show, has played all over the world, including Argentina.
Yeah, he's got a nice resume. Italy, South Korea, Egypt, Israel, he's played everywhere.
And the basket is good for DeBose. And the foul is on Aaron Badebo, and that'll be his first foul of the contest. So Ian DeBose quickly goes back to the foul line.
For both teams, actually, there's been moments where, they've scored and they haven't got back in transition, stopped the ball, and Manchester there taking advantage of Holloway shoots the free throws. They get it in and out quick, and DeBose comes down.
Only 5 points now for DeBose on his return. Here is Holloway. Holloway gets the cut. Here is Badebo. Stuckman, the three is money.
Yeah, beautiful as he roars for that one. He knows that's a huge shot. And they've scored 24 points this quarter. London Lions really fired up.
DeBose to answer at the other end.
That's big.
It's a mini shootout right now.
Yeah, both teams going back to back.
Holloway. Lions up three. Holloway, a three is short. Mitchell and Rye fighting for it. And it's kept in by DeBose. Here is DeBose on the ball. John bumps his man. That'll be an offensive foul. And that'll be 3 fouls on Cody John.
Well, here it is. Look at this. Gets over. Not only is the vet able to make sneaky, crafty moves on the offensive end, sacrificing his body on the other defensive end.
33.5 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. DeBose will head out. Nathan Kayo comes back in.
Kayo with 17 points so far.
Leading the way for Manchester. Aaron Rye leads all scorers right now with 20, and here he is on the ball. Rye to the basket, and he will head to the line, and that's just trademark Aaron Rye, that deceleration as you call it.
Yeah, he kills you with his slowness, and he's able, just constant, his relentlessness. He knows his body, his IQ is just top tier, where he kind of uses the gravity and the push of a defender, where he's gone so hard into the paint. Now he's got the defender off balance, gets him up in the air, and the discipline of him just going up and finishing is just outstanding. You've really got to like his style of play. But not great at the free throw line today.
Well, exactly. He's around 70% for the season, misses the first. Aaron Rye, of course, who started out in NBL Division 1 with the Hemel Storm, 41-0 in all competitions before heading to Cheshire, and now making London his home. Aaron Bedibo is back into the game for two. Holloway. Mitchell a three, no. And it's rebounded by Rye. Final seconds of the third quarter. Peterson gets bumped, doesn't go. Ball banging around like a hot potato. But good night for British basketball.
It is. But also that just shows you the league. Bristol have had their big time struggles, and Sheffield has been on a really a good job. They're second in the league as
Stuckman misses the three, and Kayo with the rebound. What have Manchester got in the tank? Ashton Langford and a foul.
Wonderful. Good job from Langford. And they needed that after a 12-point quarter from Manchester, 25-12. Just got outscored, so for him to come out here, first 20 seconds, assertive, gets himself to the free throw line.
Ashton Langford now moves on to 12. You can make that 13. And it's a 1-point game, early doors in the fourth period, and it all sets up to be quite an exciting fourth period here at the moment. Both teams jostling for position. Rye. Stuckman a three.
Yep.
Splash.
Yeah, he's playing out of his mind, honestly. He's letting the game come to him. He's not forcing anything, playing with excitement and energy.
Irvin inside, gets that friendly roll.
Yeah, that's nice too.
Of course, Stuckman, it's almost redemption night for him as well. He has 11 points so far for the Lions. He was ejected in the latter stages of the third period against Leicester as Rye high off the glass doesn't fall. And Peterson and Mandalay just having a quick word there as Mandalay just ripped the ball off Peterson as Holloway comes back in and Aaron Bedibo heads to the bench. Lions up by 2 in the early stages of this fourth and final quarter here at the Copper Box. DeBose. Irvin, they swing it around. Here is Kayo, 10 to shoot. for Manchester. Kayo, beautiful footwork. One.
Lovely finish. Real patience there. Onto the basket. Tight game. Look at this.
Nathan Kayo taking it to Stuckman on the spin. Beautiful. And that's 4 fouls on Stuckman as well.
Really? Sure is. That's disappointing, especially how well he's playing. So has to go to the bench.
And now Manchester in the ascendancy. Here is Peterson. And the ball goes right out of bounds. And Manchester will get the ball back. They want to get a move on. They want to keep it going.
And those are the turnovers London Lions can't afford. You can't not have a look at the basket.
Zahora. DeBose looks to get the step on Rye, but turns it over himself.
Oh, both teams back-to-back turnovers.
Here is Peterson. Hadzabegovic. Delaire. 9 to shoot for London. Delaire looking to put the moves on Kayo. Hadzabegovic. Shot clock winding down. Delaire. That's short. Big rebound. Peterson. Holloway steps into a 3. No. Rebound again by Delaire. London getting several bites of the cherry. But can they make it count? Peterson is, I think, travelled. Yeah.
No. You need your Oyster card for that one down in London town. That's disappointing, especially after all those offensive rebounds. They did such a good job, couldn't finish and get some points after that.
Just caught in 2 minds there, didn't he? Whether to pass it off to Rye or go himself, and caught in 2 minds while in midair. Here is Kayo. He's blocked by Delaire, and Manchester will keep it. And they lead by 1 with 7:11 remaining. As we see on the replay, Kayo's an easy block really from Delaire, as a foul has been called
on Holloway.
And Holloway, yeah, that'll be his 2nd foul. So Ian DeBose will go back to the foul line for Manchester.
Yeah, and if he can hit these 2, it'll be the 5th guy in double digits. Scoring has been really good for Manchester. Multiple guys showing up, and that's what you want if you're going to beat a London Lions. And this is where also they've been successful. I've talked about it multiple times today, where they've just played so well, but it's not just one guy. You've got to defend the Ashton Langfords, you've got to defend the Mitchells. Now the boss getting involved.
So many offensive weapons, and London with 3 team fouls. Manchester yet to foul in this 4th period. Here is Holloway. Finds Delaire. Shot clock at 8. Hadzabegovic. Turnaround. Doesn't fall. Manchester here with a good spell. Ashton Langford with it. And that'll be a foot violation on Aaron Rye. And sideline possession for the visitors.
If you hit the point, I want to real quick. Let me make some noise.
Manchester lead by 3 as Hadzabegovic steals it off Zahori and finishes.
Really lovely job running through that passing lane. And a 1-point game.
Good hands from Hadzabegovic, who now moves on to 11. DeBose. Kayo gets the step inside. Beautiful finish from Irvin.
Oh, good job from Kayo, because he knew Hadzabegovic was coming to block it out of the gym. And just hands it off. Good decision.
Really effective player, Zach Irving. 6 of 8 in the win on Friday against Bristol. Hadzabegovic. Rye. 6 to shoot for London. Rye putting the moves on Sahora. A 3 off the back iron and rebounded by Irving. Ashton Langford looks for the mismatch, goes inside. Dallaire is jumping, and Ashton
needed that win to go 9 wins and 15 losses. They tie up with Surrey, so becoming very interesting.
As Holloway nearly caught there in a double team. Here is Holloway. Peterson. Dallaire. 2 to shoot, got to do something. Dallaire out of control and a shot clock violation.
Well, Manchester dig deep there on that defensive possession. And Dallaire didn't get it up in time, so turnover.
That's turnover number 10 for London here tonight. Ashton Langford, here is DeBow, excuse me. Halfway point here at the copper box. Ashton Langford, they swing it around. A 3 is up, but no good from Kayo. Big offensive rebound, and Mitchell can't get his to drop either. Dallaire comes up with it. Sandy inside, doesn't get the 3-point play opportunity. Instead, he'll settle for 2 at the foul line.
Let's just check, because that goes on Kayo. That's his 4th, it is. So a little foul trouble starting to add up for Manchester. They've done well managing it throughout the game. Sandy here.
That's only Manchester's first team foul of this 4th period as well. Sandy makes the first. He now moves on to 4. But as you said, Zania, 4 fouls on Delpeche, 4 now on Kayo.
And I think the Kayo one is the biggest one.
Yeah.
It's going to be a trip
And
here.
a foul here at mid-quarters. Bodies hit the floor like it's WrestleMania season.
Second personal, 4th team foul.
Yeah, Kayo on 20 points.
That's 2 fouls on Peterson now, so Manchester will get the ball back.
I guess coach is going to leave Kayo out there. I guess you do. I think you just ride it out. Hopefully he can manage it. Yeah.
It's your 2 big men, essentially, really, in with 4 fouls. Delpeche, traditionally with this Manchester team, a backup centre. As Aaron Rye comes back in and Tyler Peterson checks out.
Well, he's got his other 2 big men on the bench for Manchester, so they've got, I wouldn't say smaller, but especially with no Hazabegovic in, they can go with this 5.
Of course, Manchester without Elijah Effigy tonight. Here is Mitchell. Lovely pass inside, and Kayo is fouled by Hazabegovic, and that'll only be his 2nd foul of the night.
Excuse me, Hazabegovic is in. Here he is fouling. So they've gone with a kind of a faster slashing Manchester team. This is a good job from him too, and that's why you can't sub him out, where he's able to get to the rim and be effective in multiple ways. 20 points this evening. Gonna have to double check, but I'm pretty sure that's his top play scoring for Kayo.
Kayo misses the first. Manchester are 12 of 17 from the charity stripe here tonight. Not bad considering they only shoot around 69% from the free throw line. And remember, these are the 2 worst free throw shooting teams this SLB season, both under 70%.
Well, he goes to 21 points. And they need all the offense they can get in this 4th, because it's 14-6. LondonLions win in this quarter.
Here is Rye. 4:13 remaining. Manchester up by 5. Hazabegovic is fouled by Irving. That's only Manchester's 2nd team foul. And that's a 3rd foul now on Zach Irving. So really only DJ Mitchell and Ian DeBose in no real foul trouble. They have 2 fouls each. But everyone else
He's
in
lit
trouble.
Up. Yeah, lit up like a Christmas tree up there, all those fouls.
And we're only in April. Here is Holloway. Finds Sandy, shot clock at 4. Sandy at 3.
Yeah, buries it. And that is where Sandy is efficient when he can shoot in that rhythm. Oh,
And
still.
Dallaire, Holloway gets it back. Great hands from Dallaire. Holloway a 3. No. Oh, the roof would have come unglued if that went in. And a whistle has gone, stopping the play here.
Got to wipe it up,
Yeah.
of course.
Safety first, and that's good officiating there from Gavin Williams. 3:37 remaining.
Yeah, here's Sandy. Lovely rotation. Nothing but net. Slashes it in. They needed that to break into this lead. As Coach Bozic in deep thought of what he's going to do next. What he does need his team to defend here.
Here is Ashton Langford. One possession game. Langford gives it straight to Rye. That's a Begovic all the way to the hoop. No, good defense recovery from Mackay Ashton Langford, and it's a Manchester ball.
Wow. Ashton Langford straight, dead sprint down the other end. Doesn't give up on that. You thought that was, in the bucket, in the basket, and an easy score for London Lions. Look at this. Comes out and just gets his fingertips on it, just to deter it out of the basket. Wow. Great job.
An incredible play from Mackay Ashton Langford, but Manchester, can they build on this? Here he is on the ball. DeBose. 5 to shoot. DeBose to the hoop. Strong and a foul.
Good job from DeBose as he has a little flex and hypes up himself. For me, Mitchell's just playing and not assertive enough. He's, the ball's been stolen out of his hands. They're running through the passing lane. So DeBose had nothing else but to drive and get to the hoop. Where these are the times now as we're starting to whittle down to the finish line. You've got to make sure you're open. You can't afford any mishaps, especially for Manchester.
As DeBose hits the three-point play, and now Manchester lead by 5.
That 5 number.
Sandy. Hadzabegovic, guarded by Mitchell at the top. Holloway. Sandy. And a foul on the floor. And that'll be on DeBose. That'll be DeBose's third foul. 13 foul. Hadzabegovic to Holloway. 8 to shoot for Rye. Kicks it out. No, it's turned over as Mackay Ashton Langford picks up the loose pieces. Inside Irving, the fifth. Unaware of the moments that Bristol have beaten Sheffield 71-64. Can they dig deep in this pivotal title race? Rye in a straitjacket, still has it. Dallaire, corner 3, count it.
Massive hit from Dallaire. Ryan managing to get out of that straight jacket, magically gets out. Dallaire, big hit, still alive, London Lions.
Final 2 minutes, DeBose to the basket, looks for Irving, finds no one but Rye. 4-point game. Holloway. Rye gets it back to Holloway at the top. And Holloway is fouled by DeBose. And that'll be his 4th foul, yeah.
He's picked all of those up this quarter, isn't he?
Yeah. So he's picked 3 of the 4 in this 4th period.
Yeah.
So DeBose now flirting with foul trouble. He's the 3rd Manchester player on 4. Holloway. finds Peterson to the basket. He's fouled by Ashton Langford, and that'll be Ashton Langford's fourth.
Wow.
That's
his fourth.
2 shots to go for Ty Peterson.
And as this game winds down, 1:34 remaining, Manchester might be leading by 4 points, but with 4 players now on 4 fouls, London, they could really sink their teeth here into this Manchester team, and they're in the penalty as well with that foul.
Yeah, both teams are in the penalty here. These free throws are important to make it a 2-point game.
London,
1 minute 34, a long time.
London 22 now, or 24 of 32 from the free throw line here tonight. 45% from the field, Manchester 51%. DeBose. Cries of defense here at the box that rocks. 2 to shoot for Mitchell, loses it, shot clock violation, London ball.
Outstanding defense. Manchester didn't even have a loud in here. The crowd are doing their job to be the 6th man on the court. Mitchell had no idea what was on the clock. And coach Mandalay upset, saying shoot the ball.
Mandalay animated, calm as a cucumber is Petar Božić, cool as a cucumber is Petar Božić. Hadzibegovic, Peterson.
They've lost Holloway.
Holloway a 3, connects!
Massive, massive hit. I saw that unfold in front of my eyes. The defense fell asleep.
Ashton Langford is fouled, but what a huge 3-pointer from Holloway. Could it be pivotal in this game? Could it be pivotal in the championship race?
Wow. Huge, huge hit from your vet, but it was well executed. You can't see here, there's a double screen down, but then you can just see both of Manchester defense. Look here, they lose him enough time to set his feet, locked and loaded, and knocks it down.
Ashton Langford makes the first. Ashton Langford, only a 68% foul shooter for the season. Makes them both. The pendulum swings to Manchester. 41 seconds to go. Holloway, guarded by DeBose. Holloway dancing his way to the basket, no good. Foul is called. It will be 2 shots. Hadzibegovic's tip-in will not count. And Holloway heads to the line, and London can try and take the lead from the strike.
Yeah, and here's the drive. Foul, but you can see the ball stuck with Holloway. It didn't really move, and he knew what he wanted. He wanted the 1-on-1, and
DeBose is out.
Yeah, as the arena sings "Hit the Road, Jack," and warm up the bus because you got to hit the bench. Sadly, all those fouls came in this fourth.
Cody John comes back in. Big miss there for Holloway, but he has another attempt. 24.1 seconds remaining.
This is big here.
93% foul shooter. That's only his 2nd miss from the foul line. As again. And they'll actually turn the shot clock off. Here is Ashton Langford. Everyone on their feet. Ashton Langford still has it. Kayo goes to the basket, puts it up, puts it in with 1.4 remaining. Timeout Božić. Huge finish.
And the thing is Peterson is right in his face. He gets
Holloway gets it. Holloway has to put it up. It's no good, and Manchester